Hi, Miss Face of Humanity USA. Hi, Carrie Jade. Hi, Miss Silva. Yeah, good afternoon here in Jakarta, and I think good evening in other parts of the world. I'm going to have a conversation with Miss Face of Humanity India. Hi, Sir Limwell.
Eh, Sir Jules, mahina dyan ang signal. Ang galing lang.
Yes, hello. Hi, Kasra. I'm going to interview Miss Face of Humanity India. Let's wait for a while. Yeah, nice seeing you, Kasra. You're now a dentist, right? Let's wait for Miss India. Okay, I think she's already here.
Hi.
Hello, finally. Wow, beautiful.
I'm Elizabeth.
Okay. Yeah. First, before we start, I would like to acknowledge Miss Face of Humanity USA, who's watching right now, Carrie Jade. Hi, Carrie Jade. Okay, so I would like to take this opportunity of thanking you, okay, for giving me the chance to get to know you more and our audience to really get to know who Miss India is. Okay, so will you please introduce yourself first, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Face of Humanity India 2021.
Hi. Good afternoon to you.
Okay, so how do you want me to call you?
You can use Sifat.
Sifal. Sifat. Mm. Okay. Anyway, okay. So let's start. Yeah. Okay. I will just ask you random questions first. Is this
Okay, I'm so sorry about that.
mm, okay? Is this your first time to join a pageant, or you have
Yes,
previous experience?
yes, it's my first time. I've never been in a pageant before, and this was the first thing, like first pageant I was introduced to, and it really intrigued me because of what it was. Like it was
Mm.
more than just beauty, and that was something that really made me feel interested in it. So this is how my pageant journey is with humanity.
Wow. So I hope you don't mind. How old are you right now?
I'm 21.
Wow, very young. Okay, so you're so beautiful. I mean, especially you're very photogenic. Everybody uses your picture, says you're so pretty. But why did you decide to choose Miss Face of Humanity over other mainstream? Uh,
Um, I can't hear you properly. Let me just join back. Give me 1 second. I think the net
okay,
is
okay, okay,
not.
okay. I will also go to a certain spot where probably the position is. Please wait for a while. She's joining. Okay. Hello, Miss. Let's wait for a while for. Let's wait for a while for. Yeah, the internet is unstable. That's why I moved to another spot, and also our Miss India is also trying to reconnect.
Hi,
Okay, how is it
Rajni.
right now?
I think it's perfect now.
It's perfect now, and you have a perfect beauty. Okay, so going back to my question, why did you choose to join Miss Face of Humanity, uh, and not the mainstream beauty pageants like Miss Universe, Miss International, Miss World?
So when I first saw Miss Face of Humanity's advertisement, it really intrigued me because they mentioned how Miss Face of Humanity is associated with NGOs that have like really helped a lot of people and even women who don't have this access to sanitary napkins. So all those things I read a while back, and it made me feel like I want to be a part of it. I want to contribute to something like this. So I think that's what made me want to join Miss Face of Humanity.
Okay, and may I know what is your advocacy?
So my advocacy is empowering women, underprivileged women who don't have the independence that women like us have. So a lot of women, especially in India, in rural areas, are dependent on their husbands for financial income, for even their everyday choices. And just because they don't have their own financial freedom, they feel trapped in it. They feel hostage in that situation. So my advocacy is basically I go to villages. I teach women how to make organic manure with nothing but kitchen waste, and then I set up a market for them so that they can sell it to farmers who need it, who need organic manure. So basically, it's the whole cycle that has been going on, and up until now, 150 women have started generating income through it. So they're financially independent now.
So basically, your the advocacy that you're pursuing is women empowerment, which is actually that could it be cascaded all over the world. No? That's amazing. And what are some of the could you please navigate to us how you were selected as Miss Face of Humanity?
So we went through a series of rounds. I had filled a form where I had written what I had done for, like, as in social services in the past. So I mentioned the things I had done in college and things here and there that I did in my life. And I got a call from them some days later, and they said, "We have shortlisted your profile among the 1,000 applicants we got, and you're in the top 10 now." And then we went through a series of interviews, through a series of rounds, and there they selected, they chose me as Miss Face of Humanity. So,
Well, I think they made the right decision, choosing you as the Miss Face of Humanity India. Okay, now aren't you pressured right now that the current Miss Universe is from your country, from India? So, of course,
yeah.
somehow it might put some pressure on other beauty queens who will also be representing India in other competitions. Right? What do you feel right now?
I think India has given the world a lot of beautiful women who have done really well in pageants. Aishwarya Rai, Sushmita Sen, Priyanka Chopra, and a lot more. And Harnaz was a great choice as Miss India, and she did so well in Miss Universe. So I don't think that puts pressure on me. In fact, it gives me an inspiration and it gives me a belief that if somebody who's also 21 years old, she's just 21 as well. If she can go there and get the crown, so can I.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Now let's entertain a question from Miss Face of Humanity USA, Carrie J. Okay. The question is, what is one thing about India you cherish and would like to share with the world?
So in India, we're really hospitable. So it's said that if you're a guest, you're God sent, and we treat you like we treat somebody who's come from heaven or who's like really divine. So I think that's the quality that Indians have. They have a lot of respect for other people. They know how to treat people right, and they have a lot of love to give. So that's something I'll
Wow.
share with the world and I'll carry with myself.
And I can't wait to visit you in India.
Please do.
By the way, I also would like to acknowledge the presence of Miss Face of Humanity Australia. She's watching right now, Maddie. Hello, Maddie, your sister. Mhm. Okay,
We're
now
all
let's talk first about your background. Are you still in the university? Are you still studying, or you're done with your schooling?
I am still studying. I'm pursuing my post-graduation degree right now, and it gets tough sometimes to manage that and like everything else that goes around. So I have like two, three things that are happening in my life right now, and it gets very hectic to manage them. But I want to do them. This is something that I enjoy doing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. So I don't think it's a problem. It's a blessing.
Okay, so we all know that this Face of Humanity is not as popular as compared to the other mainstream pageants, right? How do you promote, the platform? How do you promote the organization in the whole of India?
I think Indians are anyway really inclined to things that serve the society. They're very giving by heart. So when they heard about something like Miss Face of Humanity, it interests them. It makes them ask questions. It makes them want to know more about it. So I do that. I share the website. I share the details. I share all the Miss Face of Humanity sisters profiles with them, and I want them to get to know about it. It's just the first year, and I think in the coming years they'll have the same it will be as famous as Miss Universe probably.
Yeah, the good thing about Miss Face of Humanity is that all the queens, all the women are really very passionate to pursue their advocacy, right? And you could really see that they're walking the talk. They walk the talk, right? You really make it happen, and that's actually one thing that sets Miss Face of Humanity apart from the rest of the other pageants. No? That's amazing. So let's talk about your family. Do you have siblings? Do you have what do your parents do and all like that?
Yes, I do have siblings. I have an elder sister who recently got married. She's moving to Seattle, to the US, and I hope KJ can visit her and get to know her. And I also have a younger brother. He's 13 years old, so he's quite young.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
I'm the middle
both of
child.
us are live.
Can you repeat the question? I couldn't hear you.
With you, both your parents are still with you right now.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Mhm.
both with me. My mom likes doing a lot of things. So she's also studied doctorate. She's also done astrology, and she's done a lot of things. She's like all over the place. And my dad
Busy.
has a business. He's a businessman. So
Okay, so people's impression, the international community's impression on India is that it's a country, the home of beautiful women. How do you feel about that?
I feel I feel all my humanity sisters are like really, really beautiful. And looking at them, I feel like beauty doesn't reside in a place. Um, we're all really beautiful, and I don't think it's just a place that makes us beautiful. Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk. Let's. We were interested to know more about you by asking you random questions about global issues. So, what is your view on same-sex marriage?
I think I am nobody to have a view on it. Everybody deserves love. Everybody deserves what they feel is right for them. So it's not something for me to have a view on. It's a basic right that everybody should have. If it's same sex, it's opposite sex, whatever it is, it's something that should be appreciated in the same way as we appreciate weddings here, like the opposite gender weddings here. I think we should also appreciate same-sex weddings here. And also, we in India, we just had our first lesbian engagement this week. So I think that's a great thing for us, and I hope to see more of it in the coming days.
Oh, amazing! That's good to know. Since your advocacy is more on women empowerment, so do you think women nowadays are treated equally in the workplace?
I feel like people assume that we are treated equally because compared to how things were some years back, we're getting a lot of more chances. But if you see through it, if you see the base of it, I think there's still a lot of prejudice against women, and they're still ribbed of the opportunities that men get very easily. Women are labeled more easily than men are. And I think it's a bias they face every day. And it has got better in the last couple of years, but I don't think it's okay. And I think there's a long way for that to go.
Okay. So, uh, how do you think it could be addressed? No, because although we are claiming that women are given the same opportunities as men, but if we're going to take a closer look in different parts of the world, especially third world countries, it's very evident that women are not really given or accorded the same opportunities as they do to men. You, as a face of humanity, how do you think this should be addressed?
I think it takes a lot of energy for a lot of women to convince the we need more support. I think a lot of our energy gets wasted in that, and I would like men to stand up and help us and speak for us sometimes. Because when we do, we're labeled as feminazi, we're labeled as things, but men are appreciated for being a feminist.
Yeah.
So I think it's just the gender bias that we have to face every day. So up until the people who can see it, who can experience it, who experience their own this in their own families with their own mothers, their own sisters, they should come up and they should be on our side, and they shouldn't just watch all this happening and the world burning.
Yeah. When you decide to pursue the women empowerment as your advocacy, of course it's a very huge platform, right? So, I mean, because it encompasses a lot of things. No, you cover everything: gender equality, women abuse and child abuse, everything, right? Okay, so how far, to what extent do you want to make your advocacy really work? No? Not up to what extent do you are seeing yourself pushing for this advocacy?
My goal, so I have completed this advocacy in one village, and they're on a continuous cycle of producing organic manure and having their own source of income. I want to introduce it to new villages, to my state and my country. So I think the whole of India should do this. The whole of India should just use their kitchen waste and make it organic manure with it. It's not that tough. It's quite easy, and it's so much better than just not doing anything. It's so easy to earn income with it, and having your own financial independence. So I think I would want this to be spread all over India. Yeah.
Okay. What's your view on, what do you call this? I mean, for example, are you okay or are you fine marrying a man who is less successful than you are in terms of financial, status, in terms of popularity? Because you are already a celebrity on your own, right? And definitely you will be settling for a man who is less popular, who is less successful, at least in the eyes of the society.
I think I wouldn't. I don't think it matters to me, but what matters to me will be if that matters to him. I wouldn't want this to matter to him as well, and if it does, then it will be a problem because
Okay.
I can't stop being myself and can't stop doing my own thing because it bothers somebody else. You have to be you have to be so secure in yourself to let me be that and stand by me and do your own thing while I'm doing that. So I wouldn't mind that.
That's good to know. Okay, men all over the world. Now you know her standards. Okay, but how about in terms of religion? Because religion is a very sensitive topic. And it's a
Yeah.
sensitive. Will you be friendly also for a man whose religious belief is different from yours?
Um, I don't think religion, caste, or anything is a barrier for me. It's something I think religion is just a form of self-expression, right? So I don't think it's something that will bother me if somebody I choose to marry is from another religion. I would want to accept that, and I would want to accept his religion as well as I would want to accept mine.
Okay. Let's also acknowledge the presence of the director of choreography of Miss Face of Humanity, Ruben. Hi, Ruben. So
Hello.
Ruben, runway coach, the handsome runway coach. So next, it's very evident that Indians are actually very proficient in the use of the English language, right? You're very articulate, you're very fluent. Do you think facility of the English language is essential for a beauty queen to be chosen as the winner? Do you think it's important? Do you think it's imperative?
I don't actually think it's something that's essential. People who like most of the English speaking people are usually speak one language, whereas the rest of the world is bilingual, like most of the world. So I don't think speaking English is something, but it does help to communicate. It does help to know this language where you can communicate with most of the world, where you can have access to the most of the world. But I don't think it should be a criteria. Of course, it can get brownie points, but not a criteria.
What do you think is the number one problem of India that needs to be addressed aside from the women empowerment and the women equality and all like that? Gender equality. What do you think is the number one problem of India that needs to be attended to as ASAP?
I think the number one problem of India is literacy. Not even literacy, being educated, because a lot of people in India are a little closed-minded. They're not open to new things, and that just that's just something that makes the barrier between them and progress in the world. So I think that's something huge. That's something that we need to work on. We need to work on making more people educated about little things that are required in the world.
Okay. Let's talk about the pandemic. You were 19 years old when the pandemic started, right? Because you're 21 right now. So, what were the things that changed in your life out of this pandemic? What were the things that you've learned out of this, pandemic?
So, this pandemic, I think, has been a really an experience that's been really unique to everybody. And what I learned was how that nobody is coming to me. I think there's this reel that's going on Instagram that you are there for yourself, and it's not something that's sad. It's not something that's selfish. It's just that you have to put yourself on number one, and you have to work on your goals because somebody else might be there for you, but they're not going to work for your goals for you. So I think that's something I've learned.
Okay. Uh, uh, what is the situation in India right now in terms of this COVID, 19?
So we're recently hit by the third wave of COVID. Things were really good up until I think 2, 3 weeks ago. We were doing really well. We had managed things really well, but the last week, things have started going downhill again. The COVID cases are rising exponentially, and I just hope that people just are careful enough, and we don't let this third wave become as deadly as the Delta variant was. So,
So there are so many people in different parts of the world who are very much against vaccination. Okay, how are you going to encourage these people who don't want to who don't believe that vaccination is actually the solution to this problem?
so, I think that um, it doesn't have to be a solution. Vaccination is not supposed to end COVID out of nowhere. It's something that you take to prevent your loved ones from getting it. You are okay with getting it. You might be okay with being infected because you think you're healthy, but somebody else that you meet might not be that healthy. And when you refuse to take a vaccination, when you refuse to be a part of the social movement that we're trying to make to save some people's lives, you're endangering some people, and that is not okay. So, yeah, I think people should realize that it's not for themselves. It's not a choice because it's not just affecting you.
Okay, good. Okay, now in terms of do you think the government, the Indian government, has been doing the right thing in addressing the pandemic?
I okay, so I think there are a lot of things going on during COVID, and I don't think that anybody in this world has the power to stop it. Like, yes, we can implement some things to limit it, to save some people, to boost some people's immunities, but there's no way we're gonna save everybody just by doing like just by making some changes. So I don't think I am somebody who can comment on it because I am not in that position, and I don't think I know how to stop this pandemic. So I think it will be really privileged of me to sit here and comment on something like that.
I would like to acknowledge also the presence of this top model of the world, Indonesia, Fira. Hi, Fira. She's watching right now. There are so many beauty queens who are watching you right now. Okay. Okay. Now, let's talk about death penalty. Does India impose death penalty?
We do. Um, I think if somebody asks me, I'm not somebody who stands for death penalty. I would I would want somebody who's even if you've made a mistake, you would deserve to be punished. You deserve the consequences of that. So, but that doesn't mean that we can take somebody's life just because we think we can. So I think they should be given an option of either choosing isolation for their whole life, or if they still want to go for death penalty, it's their choice. But I don't think it's something that should be imposed. So
Okay, good. What do you think is the number one environmental problem of India?
Okay. So, environmental problem of India. That's a tough one. I think India has there's a lot of pollution, especially in the capital of India, in Delhi. If you go there, you will have trouble breathing, and you can feel the pollution. It's that bad. So, but it's mostly because of fires near. So people near Delhi burn their land after the harvesting season. So that impacts Delhi's breathing air a lot, and that's something that impacts a lot of citizens who are living there, and especially people who already have respiratory problems. So that's something that I think we need to do something about because it's impacting a lot of people's lives.
Okay, so you have very good answers, Miss India. Okay,
Thank you.
now if you will encounter a global terrorist and then you will be asked to talk or to give a message to this global terrorist for a minute, what are you going to tell him?
If I were to encounter a terrorist, I would want. I don't know what will happen after the encounter, but I would want that 1 minute to be something really, something really deep, something that at least I don't think I can change them. I don't think anybody can change anybody. But what I can do is I can remind them of what they've done and how it has impacted a lot of people. I am not sure if it will make any difference, if it will change their ways. But as a human, I think that's something that you need to face every day, your actions. So I would want to remind them that.
Okay, wow, 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 wow. Okay, thousands and thousands or hundred thousands of students graduated every year, but then they're not guaranteed that they would be able to land a job. No,
Yeah.
how are you going? And that's why you know the unemployment problem all over the world is very high. So, in your own right, for you, how do you think, or how should we, resolve the problem of unemployment?
Unemployment is something that affects India as well, and it affects India. It has affected India even more during the pandemic. So I think making more job opportunities is it's easy to say. We can just say that just make more job opportunities and just give them jobs. But I don't know how to tackle that, how to manage that, because I don't think one group of like a single group of people can do that. A single group of people can't give employment to everybody, and we need to do that. We keep banning a lot of things. We keep shutting a lot of things down because they're harmful for the people who are consuming it. But then when we shut them down, we forget that we're also unemploying a lot of people. So it's a constant battle of I don't know what's the right thing to do, how to make a right choice, and I think that's something I need to learn. That's something I need to know more about how to make that choice.
Okay. If you will meet one world personality, leader or any celebrity all over the world who is so popular and who has a great influence on you, who would this be and why?
So if given an opportunity, I would love to meet Sushmita Sen. She was Miss Universe. But that's not the only reason why. I love the way she carries herself. I love the way she speaks. I love her thoughts, the way she thinks, her train of thought, everything. And it's just so inspiring to watch her. And when she's like giving an interview, you just can see through her. Like it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful sight to watch. So I think that's who I would want to meet.
Okay. Now let's talk about the different wars, the different war that's going on, especially in the Middle East. Uh, What's your take on this? What do you think you could do as a face of humanity to somehow, contribute to the solution of this? Of course, it's a gigantic task. No, nobody could solve it alone. But for you, what are your thoughts on it? How do you think could these things be resolved?
So I believe that people don't have a problem with people. If I meet somebody so India and Pakistan have had this rivalry since years. So if I meet somebody from Pakistan, I don't think I would have a problem with them. But the country, the politics, the people who are in charge of telling us how to um, how to have that equation with them, have their own agendas, and it's okay. They're doing their own thing. So I don't think it's a problem between people because as long as it's on people, we're gonna still have love for each other. We're not gonna look at people and think, oh, they're from this place or they belong to this religion or they belong to this caste. It's not a thing that humans think. It's just an agenda that's been fed to us every day. So I think we need to work on that level and not the everyday level. We're fine doing this, like we're fine meeting them every day, and we don't have anything against each other. So yeah, I think
Okay.
that's the level we need to target.
Okay. Do you think a beauty queen like you should be involved in your country's political affairs?
I um I think I should be involved in whatever I think can make a difference. I think my opinion might not matter as much to people, but my actions will. And as long as I'm willing to do things to make things better for at least a group of people, for at least a number of people, I think my actions matter. So me being involved in politics or anything else is just me wanting to do things better.
Wow, okay. You are still very young, and I know, of course, in terms of experience, no, we cannot say that your experience is really that, diversified, no. But so far, at your age right now, what's the greatest or what's the biggest mistake that you've ever committed, and what did you do to, confront that or to resolve or to correct that mistake?
I think I've made a lot of mistakes. I was really entitled as a child, as a teenager. I did not realize the privilege I was provided, the platform I was given, and I did not have the same empathy that I have now for people. So I was really inconsiderate, and I hurt a lot of people. But I think with the I think with the pandemic, I evolved a lot. I changed a lot, and um, I carry with myself. Don't want to make others happy now. Don't want to make the world a better place. So I think my biggest mistake was being inconsiderate to the people I should have been considerate to.
Okay. If you will be representing, this is a tough question. If you will represent a country other than India, which country would it be and
That's
why?
a tough one. If not India, I would, I think, want to represent France just because I admire it so much and I feel like it's such a dreamy place to be in, and to just be a representative of such a dreamy place is it's a beautiful feeling. So I would want to represent France if not India.
Okay. So this question is from the Space of Humanity. Why should you be the why should we crown you as the Miss Space of Humanity Global Ambassador?
So I think they've asked me this question, and we had this Beyond Beautiful, Beyond Powerful challenge. It was an interview, and they asked us a lot of questions. And my answer to this is that I I cannot tell you that the others are not deserving. I cannot tell you that I am supposed to be the one who's gonna solve everything. But what I can tell you is this has been something I wanted to do since a very, very long time. So my passion to just help the world, to just make a change, exceeds my passion to do anything else. So if crowned Miss Face of Humanity, I think I would give my everything to just make this world a better place and to help everybody I can.
Amazing. Now let's do some few hashtags. No, I will just say a word and please say something about that hashtag. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I do not
First,
understand how it's supposed to go, but I'll try.
well, whatever, because whatever, I mean, there's no, I'm not expecting any specific answer. I just want to see your thoughts on these words. Okay. First, abortion.
A choice.
Abortion. Hmm.
Yeah, pro-choice.
Pro-choice. Okay. Um, uh, teenage marriage.
um, I I would still say it's a choice because I don't think it's for me. I would have never gone for that. But if somebody feels so strongly for somebody else and they think this is what they want, they really, really want, I don't think we should stop them. But yeah, I think giving it a few years would make them think about the decision more and it wouldn't be an impulsive one. But I don't know. I think it's a choice.
Hashtag human trafficking.
Um, this is something that I think a lot of people don't understand is happening even right now. We live in such a digitized world. We live in such a privileged world, but it's still going on. And just because we don't get to see it every day, that doesn't mean it's not there. And I'm really grateful for Miss Space of Humanity USA for taking an initiative and working towards making those children's lives better. So yeah. Thank you, Ms.
Okay.
USA.
Hashtag illegal immigrants.
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you.
Hashtag illegal immigrants.
Illegal immigrants. I I think there should, of course, be a screening of who you should be You should be protective of your country. You shouldn't just let anybody come. But illegal immigrants shouldn't be a thing where they're being punished for just wanting to have a good life. A lot of people who escape third world countries or countries where things are not really good right now go to countries like USA and Canada, and they just want a better life. That's all they want. They don't want to trouble anybody else. So I think it shouldn't be such a hard screening, but you're of course allowed to screen whoever's coming in your country. So
Okay. And last few hashtags. Hashtag mental health.
okay, I think mental health is gaining a lot of I think a lot of people are starting to talk about it now. It was laughed upon some years back, and things are starting to get better. And mental health is something that will always get you through the worst of days. If you have a good mental health, you can get through anything. So you should work on it. You should have the happiest mindset you can.
Okay, good. Very good answers. Hashtag drug addiction.
Drug addiction is something that has troubled a lot of teenagers, especially, and young adults. It's something that takes away the rest of their life. And I think in India, if you're found with drugs, you're put in jail, you're put in prison. They don't send you to hospitals where you can get treated for it. So I think that needs to change. That needs to people need to recognize this as an illness and not as a crime.
Mhm. Okay. Miss India, how do you see yourself 5 years from
I'm
how,
sorry about that.
how do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I see myself I don't know. I think I see myself doing so much, like having this feeling with myself that I am doing something, and I'm so grateful for this platform that I have. So materialistically, I don't think there's something that I see myself with in 5 years, but this feeling of doing enough, that's what I want. So I think
Wow.
that's
Now let's have some messages to different people. Now, first, give your message to your family.
I would like to tell them that thank you for supporting me with my dreams. Thank you for always standing up for me whenever people weren't really aligned with what I wanted to do. And I have so much love for you. So thank you.
Okay, to the Miss Face of Humanity India and Miss Face of Humanity organization.
To Miss Space Humanity Organization, I would like to thank them with the bottom of my heart. They've given me this platform. It has given me it has just made my want of doing something for the world like so much. Like it has just increased it exponentially. I feel so grateful for them, and I feel so grateful that they chose me as Miss Face of Humanity India. And I can't wait to experience the global event that's going to be held in Canada on 2nd April. So really, really looking forward to that.
Okay, message to your Miss Face of Humanity sisters.
I can't wait to see them. We have an Instagram group where we keep texting each other, but I can't wait to have this experience with them where we'll all it won't be a competition. I think it will be a unique experience, and I'm so stoked for that.
Okay, to your countrymen, to the whole of India, what is your message to your countrymen?
My messages, I will do my best to make India proud. I will hope I will get the crown. I think I will. So, yeah, that's my message. I hope I make you proud.
Okay, your fans all over the world. When I posted your photos, I've been receiving messages from different people from different countries that they started to admire you and follow you. So, what's your message to your fans?
My message is that thank you for the acknowledgement of the acknowledgement that they've given me, the love they've given me. I do get messages from a lot of people, and it just makes my day. It feels really good that people who I haven't even met have something so good to say to me. So
Okay. So I would like to ask another question. How do you handle internet bashers? No, because sometimes not all our followers are giving us positive comments, and then you can't help it but to sometimes come across with negative or offensive comments. How do you handle that?
what I do is I don't entertain them because if I've learned something, it's that they're just projecting their own insecurities in me. They're just if you are at a place where you feel so strongly to comment something negative on somebody else's profile, then you need to look within yourself and see what's wrong. Because you're not at peace at heart, and you should be. You deserve to be at peace. So,
Okay. Wow. Sifat, can you invite your fans to vote you for the fan vote, no? I'm giving you the please invite them.
I'm so sorry. I just have a very anxious dog.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I have actually forwarded that link, but I haven't made it as public yet, and I'm planning to do that this week. I'm planning to start my campaign for the voting challenge this week, and I was doing well. I think I was third when they started revealing the votes, but I think a lot of people have taken over. Miss USA is on the first rank right now, and that's great for her. So I hope I can climb up that ladder and get my spot again.
Okay, great. Okay, all the fans of Miss Face of Humanity India, please do vote for her because I think the top three would automatically make it in the top 15 later. So please give your full support to Sifat. Okay, now when do you intend to go to Canada?
I intend to go to Canada in the last days of March. So around 26th, 27th March, I'll be heading there. And that's when the whole event is going to start. The main event is on 22nd, as I mentioned. But the preliminary challenges will be before that. And we'll get to know each other, all the sisters. So,
Okay,
yeah.
but do you have some sort of a team which takes care of your preparation, training, etc.?
So I do have a team who has helped me so much with everything. They're always just a call away. Sometimes I'm anxious and I call them, and they're just so nice. They calm me down. They tell me that it's okay. Just breathe. You're gonna be okay. So I love my Mistakes of Humanity team. They're amazing.
Yeah, an amazing team. Of course, who wouldn't want to support a queen like you? Very beautiful, charming, very articulate, very smart. So what can they still ask for, right? Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, I'm giving you the last time for you to really again reinforce your advocacy and your advocacy and what are the things that you intend to do as a Miss Face of Humanity, so that the world will know. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Face of Humanity India, Sifat Seghal.
I carry this vision with myself that I intend to empower all the women all over the world. We have endured a lot of pain in the past, a lot of abuse in the past, and I hope we can overcome that, starting with financial independence. I think that's the first step that gives you the confidence that you can yourself do so much. So I intend to make all the women in the world financially empowered. That's my advocacy.
Okay, so I'm wishing you the best of luck, Sifat. You're such an amazing woman, and I'm really so thankful that you've given me this opportunity to really get to know you, and the audience, and the followers, and the fans to get to know more about you and your fellow candidates, your sisters. No, I can't wait. To see and to follow your journey. So let's keep in touch, and definitely, I hope to meet you in person soon. Can I have a picture with you?
For
Okay.
sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm round of virtual hug and applause to our Space of Humanity India, Sifat Seghal.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy your day.
You too. Have a nice day.
All those who followed, and definitely later on, a lot will be watching this and uploaded in YouTube also, so that more people will get to know our Miss Face of Humanity in the. Thank you. Take care.
You too. Bye.